Hey guys, welcome to part 14 of Let's Play Daxter on the PSP. In the last episode we defeated the Hive Queen, and then I talked about Metroid, but that's all done. So now we kind of got to waste a little bit of time. That's a bit loud, let's turn that down. Cool. Yeah, so we wasted a bit of time. That's what we're going to do in this episode. Ooh, can you tell I'm a little ill? My brain kind of shuts off when I'm ill, so this is going to be a fun one.
Looks like it's gonna be fast and furious, oh Sultan of Fuzz! Let's cruise!
Yes, we are back with Simon, and we got to do another one of these. Another one of these driving about... There might be a bug.
I'll take the helm, little dude. You man the tail gun. Take him out, my man!
Will do, my bro. Brozif. Yeah, we have a turret section. So this takes place in the same area as before, and in fact that's the same creature as before, probably related somehow, but now we're shooting the turret, so we just gotta take him out. And that's it. It's like you gotta take out these things before they come at you. But you can pretty much shoot this thing anywhere you want. The only thing you gotta look out for is your gun running out. And also wrestling with the PSP stick, because the PSP's analog stick doesn't lend itself too well to these sort of, oh dear, come on. Oh, bloody hell, I got him. Yeah, the PSP stick doesn't lend itself too well for this. It's a little awkward, but the enemy's big enough where it's fine, and also this is really short. This does not take long at all, you just gotta keep shooting the thing, and yeah. So really, a little bit of a waste of time. And that guy just spawned out of nowhere. That's against the rules. That's not fair. But yeah, we're almost done. Oh god. I should already be done already. I'm just not performing. That's all it is, I'm just not getting it done. And hold on, this time oh no, I'm gonna overheat. Bloody hell. Oh, overheating turrets, why? Just why? There we go.
Going down, buggo!
Daxter, where have you been? And have you seen that fool son of mine? Oh, never mind. Get back to that tanker in the port.
So yeah, that was it. That was the last time we need to come here. It's weird with turret sections in games because they're there to mix things up, but I can't think of any standout amazing turret section in a game. I'm sure there are some, I'm sure they do exist, but in general I just kind of like, it's just, they definitely feel like they're there to mix things up a little bit, do something a bit different, but that's it. That really is it. They're never the standout part of any game, like ever. So, like with that section, it's so short that it's just kind of inoffensive, that it's just kind of there, it's something different, it kind of pads out the game a little, it's fine. Like, I don't want to complain, because it's honestly completely fine. I don't have any problems with the turret section. I mean, it's really short, which is what you want from a turret section. They don't have to be long, but I don't know, I guess my point is that turret sections in general are a little bland, but it fills a hole, I guess. So you'll notice that I'm not heading towards the tanker. I'm not doing that. Instead, what we're going to do is that we've collected quite a lot of precursor orbs in our many adventures across this beautiful land. So we now have all the different mini games unlocked, which means it's, you know, probably the best time to come back here because that mission was really short. We got to do something for the rest of the part. I don't want to go back to the tanker again, so we're doing the mini games. So there's 6 in total. We've already done 3 of them. Those 3 being Matrix parody, Braveheart parody, and Lord of the Rings parody. So we can see that we've got... Well, we'll wait and see what parody this is. Yep, Indiana Jones. So in this one we can move left to right. It's similar to the Lord of the Rings Gimli one, only this time we're whipping snakes, because it's Indiana Jones and, you know, he doesn't like snakes. That's his thing, that's his whole gimmick. I don't know how somebody forms a specific phobia for snakes, unless you kind of live near snakes. I can't remember if they explain in the films why he's afraid of snakes, but I'm not afraid of snakes, okay? Yes, if a snake walked into my home, if he knocked on the door and said, "Can I come in?" I would be like, absolutely not. And I would be terrified and run away like a girl. But, in general, I wouldn't say I have a phobia of snakes, because I don't live near snakes. It doesn't count. Like, I'm sure I would have a phobia of hippos if I lived near them, because I hear they're very angry and they kill a lot of people. So, yeah. But snakes I don't really kind of think about. But Indiana Jones, being the guy that he is, finds himself with a lot of snakes. So good for him, really. That crazy, crazy guy. But yeah, so with this one, these last three are definitely harder than the three that came before. But the important thing to know about this one is that you just got to stand in the right place when you press the button. Because there's 3 different locations, you just stand in the right place, press the button, and away you go. And also the boulders are an instant kill, so you got to look out for that.
It had to be snakes?
And it just had to be that quote. Couldn't be anything else. And yes, maximum health increased. Oh, wonderful. Right, straight back into the dream sequences, and we have what is potentially, I would say, the worst one. You'll see why. So this is the first boss. We're not actually going up against a huge wave. Instead, I completely choked. Yes, we're not going up against a huge wave of people. Instead, we're fighting this guy. So you've got to avoid his attacks and then press this in the right order and boom, there we go. So we just got to do that 8 times. Oh, bloody hell, 8 times, yeah. And first of all, the parody of this is definitely the weakest. I don't know what it's meant to be. Obviously, it seems like it should be the Matrix because it has a little 2. Like, it's got the symbol of Dax as Neo and it has a little 2 next to it. So, yeah, my guess would be the Matrix. And this is kind of like that one scene in the first film with the Matrix in it. But in other ways, it's completely different. Like, he's wearing like a Scarface suit for some reason. Oh, I was not paying attention. Yeah, he's wearing a Scarface suit. I don't know who he's fighting. Who's that meant to be? The only person it could be is like Morpheus, but I don't know. Maybe there's like a scene in the third Matrix film that I'm forgetting where this totally straight up happens. That's perfectly possible actually. But yeah, maybe it's from the third film. But that would be a little weird if they reference the second and third film without referencing the first one properly. So I don't think it is, but it's weird. Like, who is that guy? At first I thought, oh, it's Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid, but no, Daxter's in like a Scarface suit. And again, I think it is supposed to be the Matrix. I don't know, I'm just a little confused. And it's also not that interesting, as you can see, it's just press the D-pad a few times and avoid all his attacks, so not too difficult. With these challenges though, I've said that they got a bit harder, and they have. Like, the first time you play them, you probably will fail a couple of times.
Whoa, that was confusing.
See, there we go, there was a Matrix reference. So, I don't know. Yeah, with that one we got this. Wait, hold on, there we go. That's the move. Did you see it? There we go, that's the move. Not really too useful. When we have attacks that are so, like, because you want to have as much range with your attacks as possible, so you want something like this. Wait, hold on, I'm doing it wrong. Like that. And you want like a flamethrower. So it's with that they give you this, and then it's like, well, here you go, do this instead. It's like, no, I think I'll just use my grenade launcher. Thank you very much. Right, well, let's move on to the last one. So that last parody a bit disappointing. Because Indiana Jones can be a little annoying, but it's still Indiana Jones and I love it. This one, well, that one is a bit lame, but now we're back to good parodies with the final one. Right, here we go. So this is another boss battle, where very similar to the one before, but it's backwards. So he fires at you specific attacks, and then you got to press the right button to respond to his attack. And then you got to do all this nonsense. Which this one's annoying because of the arrow prompts. One of the arrow prompts, I don't know if you saw it in time, we will definitely see it with these later rounds or waves. One of them is to like spin around the D-pad. Like, it's really weird, and it works fine. I mean, it's easy to mess up, but you gotta like press your thumb into it. Okay, that time it's not doing it, but which is good for me because it's hard. But yeah, you gotta push your thumb into one side and then push it to the other to like spin round. It's weird, and I haven't been able to do it with the analog stick, which you kind of would assume that you would do it with the analog stick, but. And the cool thing about this, is that it's Gandalf Daxter. I still prefer Gimli Daxter to Gandalf Daxter, but it's still awesome. Still awesome. See, there we go. You just mess it up. It's so easy to mess that up. I did it right the first time, but the second time, no, apparently I didn't circle my thumb around enough. And then if you mess that up, you don't get hurt, but you got to do this all again. You got to go through that wave and block all his attacks. So this one can kind of drag, actually, because you got to hit a certain level of concentration when doing this, which is not enough for it to be really engaging, but it's still a certain level where you can't just like mindlessly do it, which is why this can kind of drag on. But as you can see, I'm pretty good. I've only failed once so far, so I'm getting this done. Can't argue with that. But yeah, so, oh dear, I was not paying attention. I just stopped paying. It's so weird, because I'm talking, I just stop paying attention to the screen. I never realised how much, when I'm recording, I just kind of look away. That I look at, like, the computer screen to see that everything's okay, that sort of stuff. Apparently I do that a lot. I didn't know this information until I started playing this game and doing these sort of just button prompt mashes thing. Okay, so boom, and that's it.
Man, was he pushy.
Don't quite get the reference, but yes, I guess the Balrog was quite pushy. No, we're not doing those again. And there we go, look, max health. We now have the maximum health that we can achieve, so definitely worth doing. Like, definitely worth checking out, because you're definitely going to have like 500 precursor orbs throughout the game at some point, so yeah, definitely do come back and do these, I would say. And I don't know, I don't hate them, but I don't love them. Because like I said, they take up that weird level of concentration where you're not really engaged, but you still have to think to some level. You're just kind of pushing buttons like but still, the bonuses are there, the graphics are nice, the visual stuff is really cool. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, there we go, it just happened. I don't think you can, but before we end of the part, I've got time, because there's nothing else we can really do, and we've done all those challenges. Yeah, when I was like preparing for this part, or I've hinted at this before, but before I record each part, I play through the part of the game that I want to record to make sure that I don't suck too much at it. When that happened, like, I started hearing like a dripping sound, and I was like, that's weird. And then it turns out my ceiling's leaking, which, you know, it happens. It's not great, but it happens. And then I was trying to find the source of the leak, and it's a light. It's a bloody light. Like, it's a bulb. It's one of those that go. My light is one of the ones that goes into the ceiling, and water started pouring from it. Well, not pouring, but dripping from it. So I haven't turned it off. Decided to record anyway. So, so it only dripped like 5 times during this. Oh dear. I didn't know Daxter could balance on that. Yeah, it only dripped like 5 times. So, hooray. So next time let's play Daxter if I don't get electrocuted in the night, because it's also dripping onto my bed, which is fun. But if I don't get electrocuted in the night, we will go back to the tanker and continue on with the story. Now that we've got all the side mini-games and we've got max health and we've got this. Hey. So I've been HonestTom23, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.